One of these must be a breakfast maker. Well, it's my job to cook him breakfast, and I'm gonna cook the best damn breakfast he ever ate.
What's going on, everybody? Kirsch's Kitchen coming back at you with another episode. And today we're making breakfast. So what's the first thing that most people do, especially when they have a lot of time for breakfast? Pancakes. So what we got going on for you is we're going to throw in the all-purpose flour. Now the thing that you need to worry about gluten-free all-purpose flour is that it's not as normal as regular flour. So you may need to put more into the mix depending on the consistency that you want. Alright, so we just added in the flour. Now we're adding in the baking soda. Baking soda is great because it's the only leavener that's actually in here. Alright, so now we're going to throw in some salt because everything can use salt. Salt has been shown to actually amp the taste buds that we have in our mouth up, so it actually makes stuff taste more like what it's supposed to. Alright, we added in some sugar, and now we're adding in some milk. Now you can use almond milk for this as well, if you want to do the whole dairy-free thing as well. Alright, now we're throwing in our eggs. Now you can use multiple things instead of eggs. You can even use some bananas, actually, as a replacement for eggs, if you want to do the whole vegan, non-dairy, non-gluten thing as well. This is a very great recipe just for that. And we're going to throw in a little bit of oil. Now this oil is here to keep the pancakes moist on the inside, since oil stays liquid at room temperature. Alright, so now we're going to give this a mix. Now you don't want to mix this too terribly much, alright? So for those of you who have been cooking for a while, you don't want to mix stuff until it's smooth. The lumps will cook out, I promise you. Alright, so this it's not too much for me, so I'm going to put in some more flour. Alright, so this is what I was telling you about, having to add in more flour to get to the right consistency, especially when it comes to pancakes. If it's too thin, you got a crepe. If it's too thick, you have a cake. Alright, so you got to go for that happy medium. Alright, so now we're going to throw some oil in our pan, probably over medium heat, sounds about right. You don't want too much. And we're going to kind of swish it back and forth just to get some good coverage. Alright, now we're going to take our Loch Ness Monster ladle, which you have to have. I mean, come on now, just to make cooking fun. Alright, so we're going to get that right into the pan. And we're going to sprinkle some cinnamon right on top for a little extra flavor. Now, with pancakes, you're going to want to wait until the bubbles reach the top that you're looking at, and they start to set. That way you know it's time to flip. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Alright, now we're going to flip it. Almost lost one there. No, come back here. Alright, so we're going to put that off to the side, and we're going to put it into a 250-degree preheated oven. Now, waffles. Waffles are always a pain in the butt, alright? But this is a nice, easy way for you to get them perfect every single time. So you're going to crank up your waffle maker up to the highest setting you got. You're going to put on some non-stick spray. Trust me, this will help. And you're going to put in some tater tots. This is a great, easy way to make hash browns, or hash browns-like type of dish. Alright, we're going to put it in there, and we're just going to put it down. And just let it cook. Alright, so now after cooking, you see it's nice and together, and it almost kind of looks like a hash brown. Alright, so you might want to pack yours a little bit, tighter than what I did. See, mine's kind of falling apart a little bit. If you pack yours a little bit more before you put it down, then it should hold together. Alright, well, since we already got one dish dirty, we might as well move on to chorizo and bacon. Alright, so chorizo and bacon are going to go right into the same thing that we just used for the waffles. Why? Because I hate dishes. Alright, we're going to press that right down, right into the pan. Alright, so now we're going to take out our bacon. Alright, so you might have, a waffle maker that's a little too small to accommodate a whole piece of bacon. So what you're going to do, as soon as I can get this dang thing open, alright, there we go, is you're going to take out a couple slices, and you're going to cut them right in half, okay? You're just going to cut them in half, and you're going to lay them down right onto the waffle maker, alright? And we're going to put it down, nice and easy. Alright, so now it's been a couple minutes, we're going to come back and take a look. Alright, everything's looking good. The sausage looks like it's done, so we're going to pull that, probably. Yeah, we're going to pull that. Alright. Now would be a great time for you to put on some more bacon if you want. And also move these around, that way the spots that have been not touched by the hot metal can get touched by the hot metal. Alright, we can throw on some more bacon. This is great because then after this you can save all that bacon grease for later projects, which if you're a fan of this channel, you better be. Alright, right back down. Alright, now we come back, and the middle pieces are looking great, the pieces that we had on there, so it's time to pull those off. Alright, so everything's looking good. Everything's looking just fine. Nope, wait. Alright, looks like we're going for a little bit longer. Now they're looking good. Alright, so we're going to pull these things off right now. And we're going to also give the other ones a flip. This is a great way to cook, that way you don't have splattering and all that stuff going on. Which, if anybody and everybody who's ever cooked bacon can tell that is the worst part about cooking bacon. So, alright, so now we're going to move into chorizo and eggs with bacon. So, this is a great way to kind of spice up your breakfast egg dish. Alright, so now we're going to put the chorizo in there and about 3 to 4 strips of bacon. And we're going to let that sit over medium heat. Alright, so while that's going, we're going to scramble our eggs. Now, you don't want to scramble them too much now, because we don't want to get too much air into these, but we want a good scramble. So, alright, so now we're going to put the top on to render out some of that fat, because the fat equals flavor, and the fat will also help to crisp up everything. Alright, so now we're looking pretty good right here. We're going to break some of this up real quick. And if you wanted to, you can also throw in some potatoes right about at this point, maybe a little bit beforehand. That way you could actually have a quick breakfast dish right here that needs nothing else. Alright, so now we're going to throw our eggs in there, fat included. This is not low fat by any means. Alright, we're going to give this a stir over high heat, because you want to cook eggs quickly, but you don't want to overcook them. So you want to constantly keep them moving. Alright, nothing's more dissatisfying than, like, you go out to, like, Waffle House or something like that, and you look at your eggs and they're sitting on a pile of water. So, alright, they're just about done. Right before they look completely done, you want to pull them, because eggs should look cooked on the plate and not in the pan. This is Kirsch's Kitchen, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. Breakfast. It is the most important meal of the day. Hey everybody, thanks again for everything that y'all have done for us. And if you want to see something, please leave it in the comment section below.